think my big driving force for the work I do at the DI, but also the advocacy work that I do outside, comes down to the people that we serve. I come from a frontline staff perspective and have seen that moment when someone's exited homelessness and we've handed them a set of keys. On the flip side, as I've moved through the different roles at the DI and now into leadership, supporting the staff to do the work the best they can by hopefully giving them the tools that they need to do it is the two things that really push me to stay here and continue to work. I'm Kevin, and I'm the director of the emergency shelter and housing. I oversee the emergency shelter, as well as all of our internal housing programs and external housing programs, so our scattered site housing, as well as our 3 mixed market residential buildings. I was manager of diversion services, so really kicked off the diversion program here at the DI. From there, I worked a little bit in the facilities department, and then back into managing shelter, and then back into housing, and then from there into the director's role. And then right now, a big piece of my job is actually liaisoning with other shelters across Canada on the work that we do to help them become more housing focused. One of the greatest things is working with all these other shelters is that we get to learn from each other. And as a learning organization, bringing those different things that people do back here and trying them out in our environment and seeing if they're going to support the people that much better has really helped. I really believe that, this is a fight that we're all fighting across Canada, and that if we can learn from each other, we're always going to just help the people that need it better. The biggest one in Canada is the Canadian Alliance to End Homelessness conference that's put on by the Canadian Alliance to End Homelessness. This year was in Ottawa. Very fortunate to speak about our housing transformation alongside the Canadian Shelter Transformation Network, which we're part of. We had about 2,000 people there this year, all with the same focus on ending homelessness. I think the biggest roadblock right now is it's the affordability crisis that we're seeing, as well as the housing crisis. The housing crisis has dramatically slowed down our ability to house people, and that is a major hurdle. I do think that the City of Calgary is doing some incredible work on housing affordability, with the Housing Affordability Task Force that they did a couple of years ago, as well as their new housing plan. So I think there's hope down the road, but right now we're still sitting in that housing crisis. My why is, it's the ability to help people that are experiencing homelessness. It's the ability to help staff. But when it gets down to the real core of my why, I made a major career change because of a major life event that occurred. And I got almost a second chance at life. And when I got that second chance, it was important for me to continue to pass that second chance on to more people. Being in this field and supporting staff and guests, I get to continue to live my why every day by continuing to support people, much the same way that I was supported like 15 years ago.